Hey cheeky chefs, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to be making this chicken jalfrezi in a restaurant style. So let's begin. But if you haven't already yet, take this time to subscribe and like. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let's begin. Here is what you will need to make this chicken jalfrezi. You will need a half a kg of chicken, 1 egg, half a tomato chopped up, half a tablespoon of garlic just crushed, a half a tablespoon of sugar, a half a tablespoon of crushed red chili, a half a tablespoon of coriander powder, a half a tablespoon of cumin seeds crushed up, and we would need one teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of turmeric, and 1.5 tablespoon of salt. You can add less, but it's enough for taste. You would need some tomato puree, tomatoes, just crush it up, or tomato ketchup. You will need some onions and some bell peppers, and you will also need some oil. So let's begin. So what we're going to do is we've got 1 egg here, and we're going to add in a pinch of salt. I'm going to add in a pinch of salt, and we're also going to add in a pinch of black pepper, about that much. And you don't want to add too much, you just want it to be plain. And I'm just going to give this a quick whisk, like this. And you just want to give a really quick mix. And to this what we're going to add is some food colouring. And I'm adding yellow food colouring. I'm going to add in about that much of food colouring. And I'm just going to add this in, slowly. And I'm going to mix it in every time I add it in, like this. And all this food colouring is just it's just adding in some colour to our egg. Instead of having a boring old egg, we're going to have a colourful egg. And I'm going to whisk it up. So I have whisked our egg up and it's all fluffy. So now we're moving over to our pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in some oil on here. And I'm going to add in some oil. I'm going to add in that much oil, and I'm just going to swirl it around our pan, like this. Just make sure it covers our whole pan. And what we're going to do to this is we're going to add in our egg. We've just beaten it up and it's fluffy, so we're going to add it in now, like this. And we're going to make sure it goes all over our pan. And this recipe is for a half a kg of chicken. You can double the recipe though. And now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this to cook. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over now, like this. We're going to let this cook for a little while, maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then I'll see you guys once it's cooked. So our egg is now ready. We're going to put this over to the side, and we want this to completely cool down fully. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our chicken. So I've got a new pan here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some oil, around about that much, maybe just a bit more, about that much. And I'm going to just make sure our whole pan is covered, like this, just a little bit, like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in a half a tablespoon of garlic crushed up. And we're going to add it in, and what we're going to do is we're going to stir it, and we're going to cook this until the smell goes away. And our flame is on medium to medium low. And we're going to cook it like this, and I'll see you guys once it's cooked. At this point what we're going to do is we're going to add in our chicken. I'm using chicken breasts, and I'm just going to put it in here. And I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to cook it up, making it for 4 to 5 minutes. And then Also, our chicken needs to be long, like fingers, like this. It needs to be like fingers long, or just strips. And you can cut them up of chicken breasts. And I'm going to let this carry on cooking. So our chicken is now cooked. It took 7 to 8 minutes, and our flame was on high. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our flavours to the chicken. So I'm going to add in our salt, and this is a teaspoon, and I added it in. And then I'm also going to add in some coriander powder, and I'm going to add in our black pepper as well. And before I add in the rest of our stuff, I'm just going to give this a quick mix, like this. And when you're cooking your meat, if you need more oil, you can add in more. And I'm just going to mix it up a bit like that, so all of our meat has got all the flavours on it. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in our turmeric, and this is going to colour our food. And our flame is on medium. I'm just going to give this a quick mix again, like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in our cumin, and I'm going to add in our red chilli, and I'm going to mix it all up like this. It smells really good in here. I'm just doing this. I've put our heat on high, and I'm just making sure all of the flavour is on all of our chicken. And if it isn't, just keep mixing it like this. If you feel like you need more oil, you can add in more, but I don't. And lastly, to this, what I'm going to add is some sugar. And this will just give us a nice taste. I'm just going to mix it. If you need help mixing it as it is hot, you can get a donut to help you. So our chicken is now cooked. It looks really good. It smells so delicious. It looks really good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make our other sauce. And also, before we do that, I have just got our egg here, and I've chopped it up into little pieces like you can see. Now let's make the sauce. So now what we're going to do is in our pan we're going to add in some oil, like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to spread it around our pan, as you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in 1 bell pepper chopped up, like this. And we're going to quickly stir fry this for a few seconds, like this, only for 10-20 seconds, like this. And we're going to add in our onions, and our heat is on medium to medium low. And we're going to add in our onions, and we're going to stir fry these as well, like this. And we're going to put our heat on medium, like this, and we're just going to stir fry these. What we're going to do is add 1 tablespoon of soya sauce, like this, and we can stir it up. You can add in more oil if you like, and you can add in less, like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our tomato puree. And we're going to add it in. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons, and then I'm going to mix it up like this. And I'm going to add in some more now. And add in another 2 tablespoons, like this. And I'm going to give them some mix. And I'm going to add in some more, as you really want it to be nice and creamy, like that. And then I'm going to give this all a good mix. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this mixture into our chicken, like this, and I'm going to mix it all up. And my heat is going to be on high heat. And I'm going to give this a mix, or a good mix. We want to make sure that all of our vegetables are incorporated. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our tomatoes. Let's just going to add it in like this, and I'm going to mix this up. And this is how to make jalfrezi from the restaurant. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in our eggs. I just chop them up small, and I'm going to mix this up like this. Jalfrezi is now ready, and I'm going to teach you how you can serve it like restaurant style. So I'm going to put it over to our plate, and right next to it I've got some white rice, and I'm going to put our chicken jalfrezi on top like this. And there you guys have it, your very own chicken jalfrezi. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification bell. Until next time guys, bye bye!